Things like high-end features and superb camera setups are considered luxuries these days, as every brand throws their own spin with their offerings. However, if we can find phones under 15,000 pesos with such capabilities, then that sounds like a steal in our book. What up guys, Miguel here from Yugatech, and we are back at it again with another smartphone roundup video. Today, we're diving into the hottest smartphones that arrived in the Philippines during the first quarter of 2024, all priced under 15,000 pesos. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video. This year, Cherry Mobile, better known today as just Cherry, has made a comeback with its new AQUA series handsets, and we're particularly interested in the Cherry AQUA GR, which kicks off this list. It boasts a 6.8-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display at a smooth 120Hz refresh rate. Under the hood is a Dimensity 7050 chipset combined with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. If you're into taking photos, you're in for a treat. The device packs a triple camera setup headlined by a 50-megapixel main shooter with an interesting 108-megapixel super pixel mode, and it can shoot 4K videos. The other two lenses are an 8-megapixel ultra-wide and a 2-megapixel depth sensor. As for battery, it packs a 4700 mAh unit with support for 66-watt fast charging. The Cherry AQUA GR comes at an attractive price of 11,999 pesos. Fancy a futuristic-looking phone? Then the TECNO Pova 6 Pro 5G might just fit right. It brings a unique design complemented with functional lighting at the rear. And next to the lighting is a triple camera system headlined by a 108-megapixel main sensor, accompanied by a 2-megapixel depth and AI sensor. Underneath that fancy design is a Dimensity 6080 chipset, 12GB of RAM, and 256GB of expandable storage. Flip over to the front and we get a 6.78-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display that features a 120Hz refresh rate, a hole punch cutout up top for its 32-megapixel selfie shooter, and there's a sneaky dual LED flash too at the upper right corner. This one packs a bigger 6,000 mAh battery with support for 70-watt charging. The TECNO Pova 6 Pro 5G currently sells for 11,999 pesos on Shopee. Next on our list comes at only 10,499 pesos via Lazada, and that's the POCO M6 Pro 4G. For the price, you get a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED screen running at 120Hz and is protected by Gorilla Glass 5. Under the hood is a Helio G99 Ultra chipset from MediaTek configured with flexible RAM and storage options like 8 plus 256 gigs or 12 plus 512 gig configs. And yes, the phone supports expandable storage via micro SD. It brings a triple camera setup with a 64-megapixel main, 8-megapixel ultra-wide, and 2-megapixel macro sensors. And the battery is rated at the usual 5,000 mAh and paired with a 67-watt charging rate. Up next is the Honor X8B, that is yet another 108-megapixel shooter. Complementing its triple rear camera setup is a 5-megapixel ultra-wide and 2-megapixel macro. The front sees a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display capped at 90Hz. And inside is a Snapdragon 680 configured with a large storage at a whopping 512 gigs alongside 8GB of onboard RAM. Selfies are sure to be crisp and detailed thanks to its 50-megapixel selfie shooter, and battery-wise, it packs a 4,500 mAh unit with 33-watt charging. The Honor X8B sets you back only 12,999 pesos. Moving on, we have the Redmi Note 13 Pro 4G. Sporting a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display at up to a 120Hz refresh rate, just like the POCO M6 Pro, it uses a Helio G99 Ultra chipset as well as a 5,000 mAh battery paired with 67 watts of fast charging. For configs, it packs 8GB of RAM and 256GB of storage that is expandable via micro SD. There's also a 12 plus 512 gig trim, but it goes beyond the budget by almost 1,000 pesos more. At the rear protrudes a triple camera setup with a whopping 200-megapixel primary shooter, and it supports optical image stabilization too. The Redmi Note 13 Pro 4G is currently priced at 13,299 pesos via Shopee. Lastly, we have another one from POCO, the POCO X6, priced at only 14,999 pesos. It boasts the Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chipset that punches the heaviest out of the bunch, and it's configured with 8GB of RAM and a fast 256 gigabytes of UFS 4 storage. Higher trims like the 12 gigabytes of RAM or up to 512 gigabytes of storage will cost up to 3,000 pesos more than our set budget. Going back to specs, the device also sports a 6.67-inch Full HD Plus AMOLED display at 120 Hz. A triple camera system at the rear led by a 64-megapixel main, an 8-megapixel ultrawide, and a 2-megapixel macro lens. Battery is rated a bit higher than the usual at 5100 mAh paired with the same 67-watt charging tech. Again, the base variant 8 plus 256 gig of the POCO X6 is priced at 14,999 pesos, fitting just right within the set budget. And that wraps up this list. Which of the phones do you think is the best pick out of the bunch under 15,000 pesos? Let us know in the comment section below. But if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, be sure to smack that like button, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that bell icon so you get notified of our future uploads. Be sure to visit ecotech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. And follow us on our socials, that is Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Miguel, and I'll see you in the next one.